Good evening, race fans. Welcome to CRN's live coverage of the Hold Your Brakes Academy presented by PinUpsForVets.com. Just chatting a little bit too much here with Jimmy pre-race, and I'm not sure where the time went, but we're already done with qualifying, so we apologize for not hopping in here earlier and getting everything up and running and started and ready to rock and roll. But these drivers are certainly ready to do that, and we got a good size field again here, almost 30 cars out here, 85 laps at the beautiful Auto Club Speedway as maybe a little early Christmas present for myself and Jimmy. Carl and we're joined in the booth by Jimmy Covert. No better place to be in the holiday season, holiday spirit right now. Auto Club Speedway.
Yeah, bringing the holiday spirit this week and probably for the rest of the weekend with the light snow here. And we're going to bring it here to Auto Club for the fans out there. So. But either way, yeah, Carl, a little holiday gift to us. I mean, it wasn't too long ago we were at Michigan, and now we're back here at Auto Club, so it's just been a great week overall from all the leagues.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, Jimmy.
Right?
Michigan Auto Club.
I mean, it sounds
Christmas
like
is a bonus, let's be honest.
That sounds like a league that we want to put together. But right now, I mean, might as well just go ahead and go through these drivers as they're getting in their cars, getting ready to go. And the lineup here for tonight before we go any farther, so we know where all our drivers stand. Welcome all the people out there to the stream. But Jake Raven is going to go ahead and take the pole here tonight over Jorge Ledesma, and then Jeremy Gill and Timothy Presley on row number 2. Tom Lanier and Christian Proctor on row number 3. Joe Thomas and Joe Hale back there on row number 4. David Shively and Andrew Jones on row number 5. Anthony Strickland, David Chapman on row number 6. Row number 7, Quinn McLean with Tristan Miner, Jeremiah Growell and Thomas Osborne on row number 8. Row number 9, Aaron Genske and Robbie Miner. And then back in the rest of the field, you got Matt Ulmer and Robert White on row number 10. Row number 11 is going to be Jackson West and Don King. James Smith and Ronald Cook make up row number 13. Then we got Joshua King, Rob Higgs for the back of the pack. So the only two with no time in. So it's going to be a good one out here. It always is. Can the drivers sustain the race here tonight, manage their tires, and get some green flag stops in here? We're out here for a good amount of time here tonight. So looking forward to seeing who will walk away the winner.
We got a few announcements to get through for the night here, but if you're wondering about the schedule for Hold Your Brakes, the standings for Hold Your Brakes Academy, it's now officially on our website as well. If you go to www.coreracingleague.com, you can check out under the Core Racing Network, the partner leagues. We have the schedule for all of our different series that we cover here on CRN, as well as their updated standings as well, which the standings right now, of course, Jorge Ledesma Jr. in a massive lead now, 117-point lead over Timothy Presley, Shane King, David Chapman, and Andrew Jones for your top 5. But it's time to go green flag racing here at Auto Club. Barney has got that green flag waving. We are racing 85 laps here on tap. Who's got the hot shoe for the final time here in 2025?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say 2026 there for a second. But now heading down into turn number 1, Jake Raven taking that low line, and many lines to go through at turn number 1, especially early on with them fresh tires. But it is about the long runs here, and a little bit bobbling around by the one of Timothy Presley, almost not making it out of there, but he was able to gather that and keep it going there up front. But we're back here just a little bit as drivers are trying to find their way into a position that's going to beat well here tonight. But see the back of the pack here all too wide as well, and go back here with Don King down there on the below the apron, coming through the turns 3 and 4. Not quite the, you want to get low, but not quite that low there, Don.
So if you're wondering where Joshua King is, it looks like he throughput right before the session went up here, right when they went to the grid. Something happened here, so quote-unquote mechanical issues is what we're going to call it here tonight, as he's not gotten back into the session yet. So hopefully it's nothing major, and it was just a iRacing error for him. But we'll see if he gets into the field at some point here tonight. But right now we got 26 strong, and doing what they do best here at Auto Club, just fanning out all different kinds of lines, giving each other plenty of room, maybe a little bit too much room there for the 23 as he gets up into the wall a little bit with Matt Ulmer. But they are doing a good job here, starting to spread out here. Still got some, 2-3 wide racing all over the place, but all in all, good start here for the boys and girls.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to, obviously the cars can pretty much drive wherever they want right now. Ooh, Jorge Ledesma going to the low side there, getting a little out of whack maybe. Going to fall back a few spots. Was running up towards the front, but falling down now 10 spots from the start. Timothy Presley up 3 spots, now in the lead over Jake Raven in number 2. Like that, Christian Proctor battling as that number 13 trying to make their way to the front. Jake Raven still up there, Joe Heel, Tom Lanier, and for your top 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a phenomenal season, as we mentioned several times now, for the 44, and just capping off with yet another fantastic performance last week as the field tackled another monster with Daytona International Speedway, and it was Ledesma getting his 5th win on the season. And we kind of joked about that, the fact that he's won on pretty much every kind of different track here on iRacing so far this season. He's won on the 1.5-mile Charlotte, the D Oval, the 1.5-mile Tri-Oval of Las Vegas, 2.5-mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the road course of Watkins Glen, 2.5-mile Super Speedway of Daytona. He's got to tackle tonight the 2-mile D-shape oval, and Bristol to conquer the other short tracks, and then he will have completed in my opinion, the ultimate sweep here for for any kind of oval series in winning in all different kinds of disciplines here. So it's been a pretty amazing season, and so far so good, at least in 2025 here for the 44.
Yeah, just been able to just have a great season so far, and maybe shock himself having good finishes in every track, but he's doing what he needs to do, just having consistent runs, and the fact that the 44 kind of dropped back just a little bit here, all the way back to the middle of the field, maybe a strategy. You can see he's working the bottom here right now, and that's through turns 1 and 2, and I know a lot of drivers love to run the higher side through 1 and 2, and they tend to where you kind of save your tire. Is through 3 and 4, you can get down there, wrap the car down at the bottom of the track, and it doesn't affect the car too bad. But it's usually where I like to run is the high side through 1 and 2, and the lower side of the track, even all the way down to that bottom line through 3 and 4. But you can see the track is plenty wide enough to go 3, even 4 wide. It's just all about making sure you keep your surroundings, know where the other drivers are around, and get back up there. But we'll go back here with Joe Thomas, falling back 8 spots as well. So started off strong with a good qualifying effort, but now back to Pete, number 15, and then number 218.
So not to be outdone, we did have 3 other winners other than Jorge Ledesma Jr. this season. Timothy Presley winning the opener at Echo Park. Then you had James Smith and Shane King winning at Talladega and Chicagoland respectively. So we'll see if there's another new face that joins the crowd here at Auto Club to take the top spot. But I mean, all in all, I think it's been a great season, especially in terms of participation. They've had really, really good sized fields all season long, and love to see another field out here that's close to cracking the 30 mark here once again. Next Sunday is going to be a special event, and if you're a CRN fan, you've already heard me talk about it last night during the 191 Motorsports broadcast. But if you didn't tune in, the CRN Cup is making its comeback here, as we do it biannually. And basically, to give it an easy rundown, it is a night that we invite all the leagues that we broadcast here on CRN to participate. We have 2 races. It's going to be a 30-minute race with the GT3 cars at Watkins Glen, followed by a 40-lap race with the Xfinity cars at Michigan. And it's a chance to all the leagues to kind of let their hair down, get out there, have some fun. There will be prizes on on board here for the drivers, whether it be for winning a race, whether it be for the team that does the best, because it is individual, but it's also a team format. So each of the leagues, when they sign up for the race itself, they'll sign up and let me know which league they're representing. So obviously anybody that signs up here from Hold Your Brakes, I'm sure that's the league that they're going to represent in the CRN Cup. The top 4 drivers for each team earn points, and that's how everything is divvied out. So you can have a team of only 4, you could have a team of 11, but only the top 4 are going to score points for their respective league. But it's a good fun night. I know myself and Jimmy really look forward to it every season, and at the very least it's an opportunity to see kind of where you stack up against the other leagues, because we have a few Xfinity series out there. We have the couple GT3 series, but they run their own series, and not too much kind of intermingling. There's not too much overlap between drivers running in multiple CRN series. When you get them together, they're forced on the track together, and you get to see who is actually the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of, because people get, they race the same drivers every week, and, you kind of know where you stack up against your peers. But, even though maybe you're, mid-pack and, amongst, your peers, and then you race with another league, and you might find yourself maybe farther back, maybe farther forward. Or maybe you think you're the top dog in your league, and then come across, and then there's somebody faster than you. So it can give those guys a challenge as well. So it's just, it goes back and forth, and it's just for fun for the most part, but it's just a time to kind of get the leagues together. CRN has been a big supporter of everybody, and, obviously we continue to do this, and it's, for the fans to kind of get together too. We do have a lot of fans that kind of come across back and forth between leagues, but to kind of get out there and to just continue to build the community, build the teams, and you never know what might come, different fundraisers, NASCAR Hall of Fame runs. We've had a little bit of everything here at CRN, and right now I'm proud to say that we do have 1,600 subscribers here at CRN. Whether they're here each and every week or not. Ooh, a little close move there by the 23, almost getting into the 53 IRACING minor, and that's Matt Ulmer, but they're able to keep it clean there. But yeah, it's just a great racing all around each and every week. I love interacting with the fans, so big shout out to everybody that's out there. Got Barry and Zebra and Rena, Joshua out there, and Mike as well. So just a huge shout out to everybody out there. And it's just that time of year, and we like to have some fun. And when things calm down and we get a break where we can get the leagues together, which isn't very often because they're usually doing their own thing, we try to get that in there.
Well, and there's also going to be, potentially some prizes out there for the CRN fans, as I mentioned last night. Make sure you tune in, and you'll find out what you need to do, and maybe you get yourself a little Christmas care package from CRN before the holidays hit. But you have to tune in to the CRN Cup next Sunday night this Sunday night coming up here, and see what you got to do and what's out there on tap. But I mean, even if you don't win, there's going to be some great racing out there, and a lot of your favorite drivers already signed up. In fact, we got 46 drivers already signed up across all the series, which is great, but it means that we only got 14 more spots available because we need to cap it at 60. iRacing won't let us put more than 60 cars out there on Watkins Glen or Michigan. So if you're a driver out there, you haven't signed up for the CRN Cup yet, make sure you get in there while you can, because spots are clearly filling up fast. We only announced this about maybe 48 hours ago that we're going to be running another CRN Cup, and you see we're almost getting a driver an hour at this point. So get in while you can. But in the meantime, these drivers out here are doing a fantastic job. Joe Heel is still your leader in the number 9. Christian Proctor, Jake Raven doing some battling there for second and third right behind him. Jeremy Gill, Timothy Presley for your top 5. Tom Lanier, Davis Shively, Jeremiah Growell, Andrew Jones, and points leader and dominator, the 44 of Royal Desmond Jr., slipping back here a little bit after qualifying up there at the front. And you see they had that little bit of a brown pants moment on the backstretch. He's kind of fallen in line now into 10th position, and definitely got to give a shout out to that the number 11. Good to see Anthony Strickland back out there in the field, and a man after my own heart. A beautiful Quaker State paint scheme.
Oh my goodness.
It's fantastic. Come on, Jimmy. Love me some green.
It's too close to Eagle Green. That's so
That's fine. That's
gross.
fine too.
No, just yeah. And all the cars usually look pretty good, and
It got some Rams yellow in there for you. Okay.
can't mix the two. Gross. That's even worse.
Yeah. Get closer to Packers than at that point. That's true.
But yeah, football obviously on the brain here. Me and Carl as we keep tabs on football games as we broadcast on Sundays. But yeah, no, a lot of fun here right now. A lot of great racing. Everybody, there's some close battling going on here back here in P number 14 with Joe Thomas and Jackson West in the number 76 Kellogg's machine. And then even farther back here with Ronald Cook, the number 31, another yellow and green car, Carl, but waste management.
Yeah, it's certainly different. That's a different paint scheme too, and even with the kind of the shaping of the paint scheme, I like how it kind of travels up and over the roof there. It's a little bit different. So I don't mind that paint scheme. I don't mind it. I've always been a fan of the Quaker State, and like I've said before, my favorite dirt car driver in the world of outlaws was Steve Kinzer, and he ran for a long time. He ran the number 11 Quaker State on dirt. So when he came up and ran for, I believe maybe a season, maybe 2 seasons up in NASCAR, he did run for Quaker State there as well. So that certainly did help. And I grew up with green, my favorite color. And like you said, the Eagles being that color certainly helps as well. But that's beside the point. That's me. It's just it's some paint schemes that I like. But tonight, a lot of the drivers out here with some Christmas paint schemes, and we'll try and take a look at some of them. I know I've seen, I think the 3 of Andrew Jones had a new paint scheme on that thing, and there you go. The Awoken Creatures. That's certainly a good-looking Rudolph paint scheme on the number 3.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, there's always a few out there. We'll run through them. Obviously, SpongeBob up there in the lead right now, not trying to be at the bottom of the pack, definitely leading out front. So, and then Jeremy Hill out there for Lickety Split, Jeremy Gill in the Paint Masters car, Jake Raven in the Charlie Strong machine, Tom Lanier out there with a nice white paint scheme. Hopefully, Trade Paints is working, but I think it is because checkers for wreckers in the number 1 Timothy Presley out there, and P number 6 Jeremiah Growl in the Zaxby's machine, David Shively in the I still like this paint scheme, but the Champion Sparks Plugs. Let's see. Oh, people are pitting. So
yeah, pit stops starting already and quiet. A few drivers coming in here right on after 20 laps here at Auto Club. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays into the fuel strategy for the night. But it looks like right around 20 laps of fuel. But Jake Raven and the rest of the top 12 right now actually looks like top 13 as Thomas Osborne stays out as well. So 13 cars going around for another lap here. And we'll see if Jake Raven decides to come in here. Meatball, I missed that one. Yeah, it looks like Ronald Cook towards the back there in the 31. He just talked about waste management. And he has to waste a faster pair on that thing right now.
Yeah, I seen the front left pop out, so maybe some issues coming in the pits there for Ronald, but able to execute a faster pair and get back out there. So not going to waste too much time. So I guess there's that. But going to get that machine back down and out here as Jake Raven now in the pits. Joe Thomas will resume the lead here as Joe normally does with fuel. So stretching it out here again as he's working on lap number 22. So give it to Joe for fuel strategies here tonight. And that's it's awesome to see drivers being able to do that. And the fact that you would never think that Hold Your Brake. Yeah, I got too many leagues at broadcast, but Hold Your Brakes Academy was more based on like newer drivers that have kind of getting into iRacing, a place to grow, place to learn, place to hang out and make friends. It was full of like younger, like not veteran drivers. So to see a green flag race so far, I mean 23 laps in, green flag pit stops all the way around. I don't think we didn't even have a black flag. I mean, we had the meatball, but no black flags for their pit entry. So good to go right here from the rip. But the one of Timothy Presley, it looks like when this is all shaken out, should be out in the lead as Joe Thomas is in the pits. Now coming down and probably getting ready to go here. Yep, underway right there right now, but he's going to slip back a little ways as Timothy Presley and gang go by. So Timothy Presley, Christian Proctor, Jeremy Gill, Jeremiah Growell, and Jake Raven for your top 5. Jorge Ledesma rounds out into 6th. David Shively's in 7th. Andrew Jones, Tom Lanier, Jackson West for your top 10. Rob Higgs with a great move and another machine out there, Christmas themed. In 11th right now, so up 15 spots, Carl. So big moves here by the 14 here tonight. So far, Quinn McLean.
I'm used to seeing that magenta, number 14.
It's
weird
the
seeing the
holidays.
Christmas paints come on. I know, but I figured somehow he'd work in some magenta, like some magenta wheels or something, just to remind you, hey, this is still Rob Higgs.
I mean, red, magenta. I mean, he could have turned it pink, I guess. Pink candy cane stripes or something. But good look a car out there here tonight for Rob. Quinn McLean back there in 12, James Smith in the number 25, Black Rifle Coffee Machine, Dave Chapman out there in the number 88, and then you got a nice battle here with Aaron Genske and who's that, the 7? Is the 7 on lap there? Yep, Bryson Anderson. He's a lap down, but back there in the Jimmy Jones machine. Where did I get left out here? Matt Omer out there in number 23. Don King in the 70. Joe Heel after being up front to the back, Carl. What happened with Joe?
Whatever happened, it was an extremely long pit stop.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a lot longer than it should have been, especially considering it looks like he only took fuel. I only see a 9-second pit stop there for Heel, so not sure what exactly happened to him here. But still plenty of racing left to go. I mean, we're here on lap number 25. We still got another 60 to go once they hit the line here. But Timothy Presley, your new leader. Jeremy Gill in 2nd. Christian Proctor, Jeremiah Growell, and Jake Raven for the top 5. Shively, Lanier, Ledesma Jr., Jones, and West for the top 10. But, I mean, Jimmy just got that mentioning this league here is more geared towards the newer drivers, the rookie drivers, the ones that are trying to just get out there in a new league, get their feet wet and see, if they can hang. They've just gone 25 green flag laps, so you do got to give them their props here as well. They may be newer, they may be rookie-ish, but they're doing a hell of a good job out there.
Well, they come out here each and every week, and I got a chance. I stopped in earlier, and that's where I was for a good portion of pre-race. I was just talking to the drivers, just kind of seeing how everybody was doing, and just kind of mingle a little bit. It's not very often that we get a chance to kind of dig down in the boots and down in the pits with the drivers and get a chance to kind of talk to them all. Just kind of be yourself and let them ask whatever questions, or maybe bring some up stuff that they would like to see. I got a request back there by Robert White to see if he gets some camera time towards a little more in the back of the pack, because there's always great racing, and I always do my best. But sometimes when somebody brings it up, maybe a race or so, maybe the attention was up front, with the tight racing. I'm looking at numbers right now, and back middle of the pack right here is the closest the battle for the back of the pack here with Joe Thomas and Matt Ulmer. They're only a couple tenths apart. But then through the battlefield here, as you can see here, led by Jorge Ledesma, and then Rob Higgs, Quinn McLean, Dave Chapman, James Smith, all in kind of a battlefield area. And then obviously up front, your leaders and your runners that see kind of crawl to the top majority of the race. So you got Timothy Presley now out front leading this thing in the number 1. And Jeremy Gill has made his way up into that 2nd position, but we're only on lap 29 of 85, Carl.
Yeah, plenty of time to go here, but a great job, and you see the field starting to spread out here a little bit. The Skittles, the little Christmas lights, whatever you want to consider them here, all around the track right now, spread out very nicely. Want to thank everyone out there for tuning in here tonight. little Christmas wonderland out here at Auto Club with the snow. Not sure how often California, especially around Fontana, gets snow, but they're getting it here tonight.
It's just flurries. I mean, I could put on the blizzard. I don't know if that makes sense. I am still trying to find this last stream. Somebody requested a flying Santa Claus, and I'm still looking for that suckers. He's hard to find. I might not be able to find him until Christmas Eve, but yeah, there's definitely a place to try to get Santa to fly across the screen every now and then. But right now, the drivers are doing just that, flying across the screen as Timothy Presley leads here over Jimmy Gill, Christian Proctor, Jeremiah Grau, and Jake Raven.
They might need it for the swipe screen when we go to replay and then come back, just have Santa fly across and then fly back again.
All right.
But
I might have to look, see if they have a stinger or something.
Exactly. But either way, as I was saying, I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in here tonight. Hit that like and subscribe and get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. As somehow, some reason, we actually lost a subscriber or two, whatever it is. We're at 1.59. Not sure why anyone would unsubscribe here to CRN, because we got some great racing here.
It's such an expensive subscription, Carl.
That's what it is. That's what I guess we got to look at the refund.
Maybe I need a partner so we can have commercials or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is just green flag to checker. No, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Well. Either way, I want to thank everyone out there that is tuning in, and I want to thank the series sponsor as well with pinupsforvets.com. Certainly check them out, especially for the holidays. If you're looking maybe for a calendar to check it out here before before Santa finishes up his list and gets ready to deliver those presents. Maybe throw a little wish to Santa for pinupsforvets.com calendar. But either way, yes, people are definitely out of control, but the drivers aren't out of control here at Auto Club for sure. Doing a heck of a job, and still some good battling all throughout the field. I mean, you're looking right now at the front of the field. This battle for the top 5 spots, and I mean, throw a blanket over them right now. They've got a 4.5 second lead over 6th place Tom Lanier. The top 5 checking out.
Yeah, top 5 checking out, running, they're battling and still able to kind of check out and. Kind of go back here with Dave Chapman, leading right behind Rob Higgs, looking to battle as well, and James Smith and Quinn McLean right there in that battle as well. So another 4-car battle here towards the top middle of the pack. But obviously back here, Robert Genske got his hands full with Matt Ulmer as well. So these two battling out, and then Jorge Ledesma and Joe Thomas battling out as well, as Joe Thomas is on the underside as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. Around here tonight. So yeah, great racing all around. Everybody's spread out, but still got pockets of great racing. We're 34 laps in, so I'm probably looking at green flag pit stops here. Probably another 8-9 laps will be our second round, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, it flies by quickly here, and especially the drivers out here. They have 50% fuel here for the night in these Xfinity cars. So getting only about 20 laps on the tank. We'll see if anybody can stretch it out here and get a little bit closer, because ideally, if you can get around 43 laps to your next pit stop here, maybe you're in a window to get to the end on only one more pit stop. I mean, we've seen drivers come in as late as lap 22 with Joe Thomas. Majority of them came in on lap number 20 or lap number 21. So I mean, if they can stretch just one extra lap out of those drivers that came in on lap 21, maybe they're in that window to get it one more time. But it's going to take a whole race of milking it and saving it and doing a good job of doing so. I mean, right now, Jake Raven pit on lap number 21. Whoa. He's up there in that top 5 battle. And granted, that's, if we don't have a caution, it's really a little bit close and frisky there between the 60 of Shane King and the 22 of Tristan Miner.
Yeah, just battling back here. And, obviously, I talked to Shane a little bit early on tonight, too. And, busy person, and see there's a little bit of front right damage there on that car as well, so that's going to be affecting the 60 as well. So, but holding on tight here as he's riding around in 23rd. Just couldn't quite find the speed here tonight, and I'm sure the damage on the car is not helping any at all. But going to try to hang on here, maybe hope for a caution and stay on the lead lap. And it's won't take too much longer. I know. No, I don't. I've got a couple lap cars. So let's see. Timing Tower says I got one car, one lap down, and then Anderson and Joshua King are out. So it's not fun to see the 17 not be able to attend here tonight. Hopefully, he gets a chance maybe to at least join us here at CRN and watch from the crowd. Unfortunate not to see the 17 out in the field, but look at the front, Carl, going 2-3 wide back here, battling up here. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're not at the halfway point. We're getting close to the second round of pit stops, as we mentioned, but it is definitely getting mighty racy here at the front of the field. And you see the 53 there, Robbie Minor. Unfortunately for Samantha out there, the Minor's not doing too well here tonight, as shockingly, Jimmy, they're running 25th and 24th. I mean, not where you want to be at the back of the field here. The last two drivers, well, I guess one of the drivers on the lead lap right now, with Robbie going down a lap, but it's a running theme, and it's just comical how many times we look for where Tristan and Robbie are, and they're back to back here once again.
Yeah, it's somebody has to be faster, but they're probably learning from each other, or and help each other get faster, and maybe just not being able to get it all together here tonight. Or maybe they just had a bad pit stop. But right now the Miners are towards the back here, 23rd, 24th, so maybe struggling a little bit here tonight. But Robbie back here as well, so they're both down a few spots. Tristan down 9 spots and Robbie down 7. So even they qualified pretty close together as well. But up front right now, it is Christian Proctor with the lead in the SpongeBob machine. Jake Raven in P number 2. There's really no sign of really anybody doing any major saving. And I think you would have to kind of go all the way back to somebody that's probably just quietly fuel saving. Is that number 218. Keep your eyes open for the 218 to extend some laps here tonight. He's done a fantastic job throughout the season and a few races, being able to stretch in the fuel mileage just pretty far here. So maybe taking off after our well-known Kevin Foster, for anybody that's over from the core league, that Kevin was known to really stretch some fuel mileage on his car, staying out there for some fantastic finishes. So maybe Joe picking up some of those traits from Kevin, doing some of those runs with them. But right now, see, battle. Let's go up here with the number 25 of James Smith on that back bumper, the number 23 of Matt Holman.
Yeah, speaking of Kevin Foster, a season that is coming back that he's looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to, and so is Jimmy, because we finally get to leave the booth, get out there on the track a little bit, and mix it up, as the Car Premier Series is going to be making a comeback here in 2026, and a full slate of some great races, great combinations. And if you're looking to get out there and mix it up, but you don't want to just run oval, you don't want to just run road, you want to mix it up and try all 4 disciplines here on iRacing, you get your chance in the Core Premier Series. And there is 2 different divisions, a Pro and an AM, and you can sign up for whichever one you feel best fits you. If the admins see that you're Pro kind of driver and you sign up for the AM, obviously the movie up there, but ultimately it's a fun
the other way
league.
Too. So I think I just got thrown in one.
You did. Welcome to the Pro Series, buddy. But yeah, it's a fun it's a fun league for sure, and there's a lot of fun combinations. And again, you can check out the schedule and everything about it, and you can sign up by getting to the core Discord via the website, which again now has all the leagues that the CRN broadcasts. So check out www.coreracingleague.com, and you can find out about the Hold Your Bricks Academy schedule, their standings, how to get to their Discord, along with all the other leagues that CRN broadcasts as well. So definitely a shout out to David Tilford for doing all the back end for the website work in that regard. And I know a lot of the leagues are really happy. It's a way for them to kind of intermingle and maybe pick up some drivers, cross reference some drivers and things like that. But even still, it's a place for drivers or fans of a series to just hop on there and just quickly take a look at the standings if there's some kind of issues with Discord or something like that. But we're in the second round of pit stops here, and we got a few drivers stretching it out here to try and make it to that halfway point. David Shively right now is your leader. He's going to come in here on lap number 43. Jimmy looking for one more pit stop for some of these drivers, and we got plenty of them in there. You got David Shively, David Chapman Jr. now coming in. Joe Thomas going to go around for another lap. He made a 22 the first time. It'll be less fuel he has to save in the back half of the race by going around yet another lap. Andrew Jones looks like he is trying to see if he's going to be coming in here. He was stretching out. He's going to bring the number 3 in this time by as well. Tristan Miner, another one trying to stretch out that fuel, and he's going to come in here in the 22 as well, but made it to the halfway point and be possibly one less pit stop than a lot of these drivers out here that already made their pit stop.
Yeah, it's going to be easier for some of these drivers, to make it that way, kind of make sure they're getting just that extra lap here, extra lap there. Obviously, 4 pit stops, give it the way, or 4 runs. But the 3 pit stops here, they just broke the line here across for line 45, and Joe Thomas is still out there. Carl, I wasn't kidding when I said look out for the 218 with fuel saving. Able to kind of stretch this one here. Hopefully he doesn't stretch it too far, as he has to work his way down the back stretch here one more time, and trying to save that pit lane time. Basically, so if somebody needs a splash and dash, Joe's looking to kind of capitalize on that and use that time that it would take a driver to come down into the pits, stop, splash the car, and then get rolled back out. But he's going to bring that 218 this time by, and this was lap 45. Crossing the line now would be the beginning of lap 46. So only 40 laps remaining, meaning that Joe Thomas only needs to have 2 20-lap runs. I don't think there's any fuel saving left needed for the 218. Some of the other drivers, coming in here at lap 41, will definitely have to push the issue. Somebody's coming in at 42 is a little closer, and obviously 43, you're looking a lot better. And your highest running driver that was in the latest at the moment is the number 85, David Shively, currently sitting in P number 8. So a pretty good spot sitting for the number 85 here tonight. Everybody's starting to stretch out a little bit, but the pressure is on up front between the leaders of Timothy Presley and Christian Proctor as they continue to battle here mid-race as they come up on the lap car there of I believe that's the 70 of Don King. Yep. And so trying to battle each other, and maybe the one of Timothy Presley going to use Don as a pit car, but the 13 is going to fall in behind the 1, looking to just continue to keep pace there and not lose any more time. But you can see the 13 run a little bit higher line there. This is turns that's 1 and 2 as they exit here, and now going to put the Don King in the middle as they head down the backstretch.
Well, it's I guess you could say probably a coinky-dink that tonight's special part of tonight is best fuel efficiency. So I mean, this is the night that it seems like it's going to play in to the hands of the driver that has the best fuel efficiency. If they can knock out one of those pit stops and get rid of that splash and go that they may need at the end, that some of these drivers are definitely going to need at this point, because I mean, we had quite a few drivers pit on lap 41. That's not going to get you to the end unless you do some major saving here in the second half of the race. But I think they're locked in to just driving hard and trying to run away from everybody right now, and kind of take what they can right now, because they're going to have to come in regardless. And right now it looks like the top 6 drivers all pit on lap number 41. But 7th place David Shively is the first one that pit on lap number 43. He is the best one in regards to stretching out the fuel and the highest running right now. The rookie points leader right now in the 85, looking mighty fine right now tonight. But tonight is also TRN Fan Appreciation Night, and now that we're in the second half of the race, before we go to a little love to hear it, this is your chance to win a CRN t-shirt, a custom CRN t-shirt to your liking here. So if you want a t-shirt from from the best broadcasters out there, with you have to pay extra if you want a picture of me and Jimmy's face on there, a lot extra to buy some lighters.
We want them to stay CRN fans.
Let's be honest, you're going to burn it after you see it. But no, it is just it's going to be a t-shirt with CRN on there, and just a way of thanking all the fans out there for tuning in to CRN. So if you want to be in the running, we'll do a random draw here at the end of the race. Just type in the chat "T-me." That's all you need to do. Type in "T-me," and we will get you in the random wheel of the random wheel spin here to see who's going to win a free CRN t-shirt. So again, just type in "T-me" for a chance to win a CRN t-shirt tonight.
It's always fun to give out to the community every now and then, and like I said, it's been a long road. CRN's been around working on our 4th year, so that won't come until February, and to have everybody continue to come back and watch is just just awesome to kind of see and be able to share this niche of a hobby that a lot of us have, obviously spread out amongst the week. And Carl talked about one place to see all the leagues kind of together, their standings, their schedules. A lot of the leagues, they could probably race if they wanted to race every single day of the week. I mean, there's something here at CRN, and it really wouldn't intermingle with their league's races unless that league had multiple different races throughout the week. I do know there's a few that run a couple different races that we don't broadcast, whether it's an unbroadcasted series. But it's that chance that if they got a free day during the week and they want to run with a good league, you look them up, you find out who's running it, get a hold of them, join that league, and see if you can test out your skills with that league. Whether you're an oval driver wanting to run a GT race, or you're a GT driver wanting to run an oval race, or just an oval race wanting to run another oval race. So it's all kinds of options out there. I'm hearing Robbie Minor went off track. What is going on with Robbie? Oh,
we got a little help in now. Unfortunately, they all kept it straight, and not any caution on this one. That was a heavy impact until Robbie slid up the track, and that's what ended up bringing out the caution here. And that was very close right there.
He tried to alt F4.
Yeah, he got out of there. At least he towed it back to the pits. But that throws all of the pit strategy out the window.
Out the window.
And now I'm sure you'll see everybody come back into the pits here. And it's going to put everybody back onto a two-stop strategy regardless, because if you pit here, you're not going to make it to the end. It's going to take some major saving to be able to make it to the end here, which I don't think is in the cards. So you'll see everybody, I'm sure, coming to the pits here, and then everybody's going to be locked into a splash and go if it stays green. But appreciate that, Barry. We already got the size of his shirt out there. We'll see if you win. But yeah, again, anybody who wants a free T-shirt or a chance to win a free T-shirt, just type in "T-me" and we'll see if you can be one of the lucky winners. But either way, I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything CRN has to offer. As we're under caution here, we're going to let them do their pit stops, and we're going to step away ourselves and give everyone out there a little love to hear it.
A little love to hear it while we're under caution.
sights and sounds here, and a lot of close bumping and banging and 3 wide, 4 wide action here as the drivers no longer care to save fuel. They can get this thing done. But either way, it's going to take another pit stop before this thing is over. Now, the question is, where do you come into the pits? Do you come in smack dab in the middle? Do you come in early and maybe get a new set of tires and try and short pit everybody? Do you stretch this thing out and maybe hopes of a late race caution put you in the the catbird seat and gets this thing done? Either way, we're going to see what these drivers think, but they are good to go on fuel if they were to come in right now. So we're inside the pit window as it stands. Now, who is going to be the one that stretches this thing out and takes it to the end? As we have seen, well, I guess to be safe and not have to save, you're going to have to go at least another lap or two. But we have seen, we have seen drivers, make it 22 laps on fuel. But Joe Healy back out to the lead here. Corey Ledesma Jr. Shocking. He's back up to second here, looking to check off 2-mile D-shaped ovals to his win list here this season. Tom Lanier in third, Christian Proctor, Matt Ulmer for your top 5, then Joe Thomas, Timothy Presley, Jake Raven, Rob Higgs, and Jackson West for your top 10. Did forget to mention that the CRN t-shirt is not just CRN t-shirt, it's a Hold Your Brakes Academy and CRN t-shirt, so you'll get both the logos there on the t-shirt for you. So again, all you have to do is type in T-ME for your chance to win a free t-shirt here tonight. And it's all courtesy and going to be done by Kim's Cups and more, I believe. So we'll double check that, but it is certainly, as Mike just mentioned, getting down to the end of this race, but still got 21 laps to go. The field maybe spreading out here a little bit now after getting some really good 2, 3, 4 wide racing here, but at the front it is the number 9 leading in the way here once again. He led quite a bit in the beginning of the race. Not sure what happened with his early pit stop that sent him back towards the back of the pack, but we do have some pit stops coming in here. Quite a few drivers, so quite a few here taken to the short pit. I'm sure we'll see a lot of them take a set of tires here and really try and get after it here for the last portion of this race.
Yeah, the likes of Jeremy Gill, David Shively, Jackson West, Robert White, and Shane King all in the pits. Get this, things taken care of. I'm sure Shade, hopefully he's got fast repair. Yep, he does. Get that car fixed. Continue to have some right front damage. Not having the run he would like here tonight. Obviously being able to capitalize on a late wreck at a plate track for last week's finish, but unable to go from mid-pack back to a top 10. So things can happen when you're in the right spot at the right time. And right now, these drivers are choosing to come in early and take that pit stop. And the drivers out here staying out. But the drivers that came in, Carl, I'm sure they're banking on they would like no cautions. And that way, hopefully they can make up that time on the track, maybe with some newer tires and enough fuel to get to the end. But will it be enough? Do they have enough time? But after I said something, Jake Raven come up with the yellow flag, and caution is now out.
Well, this will be very interesting because we did have, obviously, quite a few drivers come in and make their pit stop already. I'm assuming they're going to probably just stay out here. They're going to have maybe a lap or two older tires than everybody else. But, I mean, it's kind of the bet that they've laid right now by coming in for that early pit stop. It works great if you're going to get that long green flag run to finish the race, but that's not going to happen, at least right now. So we'll see what exactly happened here. And you see Jake Raven getting put on a spin cycle here. They're going to bring out a caution here within the last 20 laps of the race.
Yeah, Jake Raven and Tristan Miner getting involved in that one to bring out the caution here towards the end of the race. And what a time to kind of have that caution kind of come out. Obviously, we're in the window for the drivers to fully make it in there. So I would see everybody that has not come in to get the rest of the fuel and tires. That would allow the drivers that are one lap down. Just a minor Proctor, Cook, West, Gill, Shively, White, King, Oz, back to 24th. they stay out, and everybody in the top 15 comes in, and they'll get back on the lead lap. Will just be obviously some older tires, and it does look like a huge amount of those drivers coming in. I'm seeing if anybody's going to stay out. It does look like. Let's see if Jake Raven comes in. He was involved, so he's going to come in. So yeah, so that should put Ronald Kick out front. Well, not out front. At least for one of the cars will get a lap back here. Yeah, so a lot of drivers going to get some laps back. Or the lap back. Just some older tires.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have a lap or two older tires here, but at least they get the lap back here, and it looks like it'll give us quite a bit of drivers still on the lead lap with a chance to win this thing. And you wonder if any of them do have another set of tires in the pits. If we get another caution, then maybe they can get back on the same tire strategy before this thing is over, because all the drivers start the race with 3 sets of tires in the pits. So you gotta use them wisely. I mean, if this race went green to checkered, if you stretched out that fuel and only made 3 pit stops, then you're good to go. You take a set of tires on each of these pit stops. But we did see drivers skipping a set on a pit stop or 2 just to stretch it out and maybe have a set of tires for the end in case something like this happens, in case we get some late race shenanigans, if you will. But once again, I mean, it is a great racetrack here to spread it out here, and a great one to finish on. This is going to be the last race of the 2025 portion of the season for the Hold Your Brakes Academy, presented by PinUpsForVets.com, but it's definitely not the end of the schedule. And again, if you want to check out the schedule yourself, you can check it out at www.coreracingleague.com. But to give you an idea, for 2026, it's going to kick back off with the Charlotte Roval on January 5th. Bristol and Rockingham are going to be the other tracks in January. Then in February, the final 3 races are going to be Phoenix, Dover, and then right back here to the beautiful Auto Club to finish it out. So, I mean, this is going to be, puts us right about at 2/3 of the way through the season. Got a lot of making up to do to catch Jorge Ledesma Jr. at the top of the point standings. Again, he comes in with a 117-point lead after his 5 wins so far this season. Timothy Presley is the one in second. Another 20 points back is Shane King in third. And then a total of 203 points back is your rookie leader of David Chapman. And then another 9 points back to Andrew Jones in 5th. So some big gaps to make up here in the second half for the final third of the season. Team leading the team points is Royalty Motorsports, the drivers of the 17 and 60. Unfortunately, for the 17 here tonight, had some connection issues and is not going to be in the field, so it's not going to help their point standings certainly at all. Shane King trying to do all the heavy lifting here tonight, but either way, it's a points lead for them coming in tonight. The 44 and 53 of Minor Motorsports are the ones running in second, and Jorge Ledesma doing plenty of lifting for that team here this season, and with those 5 wins. But don't discount Robbie. He shows up every once in a while. Tonight, maybe not so much. But we're back to Green Flag Racing here at Auto Club, and it is new leader Tom Lanier up to the front.
Yeah, Tom Lanier getting a chance to lead here. I was in on lap 68. Maybe a strategy call coming into pits, and we just feel a little bump on the wall back there. Woo, I think that was Matt Ulmer bouncing off the wall just a little bit back and forth in the middle of the pack there. So some tight racing up front as they continue to battle here. As things are starting to wind down, Carl's starting to get to that go time, try to make up positions. Obviously, being all grouped up at a restart is a perfect chance to, or the opportunity is there to gain or lose a lot of positions.
Well, and especially now that, again, they know they don't have to pit at all the rest of this race. Now, if they get another yellow, maybe they decide to come in anyway, but especially if they have a set of tires, but they're good to go to the end here. So whatever you got left in the car, whatever you got left in the tank, whatever you got left in the tires, now's the time to show it, and now's the time to get to the front if you can. But they're all chasing the 99 of Tom Lanier right now at the front. Rob Higgs has been kicked around, shoved around a little bit, but he finds himself now in second place. And I know there's no hard charger out there tonight, but he certainly is going for it. Up 24 positions, and started back there obviously in 26th position. So damn near last position, but getting passed now by by Timothy Presley, who goes 2 for 1. But Jackson West involved in an incident here. I don't see yellow flag out just yet, as West looks like he's got a black flag, so it might have happened by pit entrance.
Yeah, he's in the
We'll try
pit.
and take a look back if we get a chance at that, but certainly right here you got the 76. I'm not sure if maybe he was trying to serve a black flag. No, it's on the backstretch, so not sure what exactly happened here, because he ended up getting a black flag then, and he just towed it into the pits for Jackson West. Tristan Miner has a black flag as well, so not sure what happened for the 22. So not exactly a good night for Samantha out there, but still time for Samantha if she wants to get into the running for a Hold Your Brakes Academy CRN t-shirt here. All you gotta do again is type in T-ME, and we'll put your name into a random drawing that we will do at the end of this race. We'll let you know who wins, and certainly get in contact with you to get your size, your details, your address, social security number, all the things that we, pertinent things that we need. I want to thank everyone out there in CRN Nation for tuning in. And if you're wondering why you can't type in the chat, well, it's because you're not subscribed. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't bug you at all. It's just all you have to do is hit that subscribe.
Free entry for a t-shirt, free talking to everybody or saying who your favorite driver is. Free.
Yeah. Or talking crap to us. You can do that as well. Say what you want about us. That's fine.
No.
We'll take it.
Another incident back here with Rob White. Looking for some screen times. We showed him earlier, but getting together with the 70 after they got off into the wall sends them both down to the inside wall. But I think no caution came out because that happened off the track. We're still green with 10 laps to go.
Time ticking away for these drivers, and maybe time ticking away for the 44 to check another one off of his win list here this season. Maybe he is the chink in the armor here, Jimmy. I don't know. He's outside the top 10. Never mind. He's in 10th right now. He made his way back in the top 10, but still, he's not leading the race. So I mean, is it a 4-alarm fire right now for the 44? He's not in the top 5. We're not going to talk to him in the podium. He's not going to win. I mean, this is a horrible race for Jorge Ledesma Jr. But Timothy Presley certainly looking to try and eat a chunk into the big sizable lead that Jorge has got in the point standings. Jeremiah Growell in second, Rob Higgs, Joe Heel, Aaron Ginsky, and James Smith. Your top 6, Andrew Jones, Joe Thomas, Quinn McLean, and Jorge Ledesma Jr. for that top 10 right now. Jake Raven after the spin, he's back up there in 11th. Anthony Strickland, Christian Proctor, David Chapman Jr., and Tom Lanier for your top 15.
8 laps to go this time by as Timothy Presley leads the way here at Auto Club. It's been a fantastic one so far. The battle is within the top 11 though, as those drivers are pretty much nose to tail. Everybody within tenths of each other as they continue to see what line works for them. Can they catch somebody sleeping here in the next few laps and gain a few positions? Are their tires in good enough shape to make some of those more chancier moves or different lines, and like Jorge Ledesma going down to the bottom there. And there's one thing about entering low in one, you will wash out wide, so making sure there's not somebody out there in order to get that run is important. Same thing with 3 and 4. If you enter in low, you usually end up coming out high, and that's where you get a lot of your scrubbing of your tires. So just got to be careful when you choose your lines. Sometimes they'll feel good going into a corner, but then after you're midway through, you're like, oh no, and you're on the brakes or you're drag and brake, turning and hoping that front of that car finally grips to come around. So Drivers doing a fantastic job so far. We've had some green flag racing. We've had green flag pit stops, a few of them, obviously. A couple late cautions here, shaking up the action right now. But Timothy Presley out front over Jeremiah Grau. Rob Higgs in third, battling Joe Healy. Aaron Kensky in fifth. James Smith, Andrew Jones in the number 3 and 7th. And Joe Thomas, Jake Raven, and Jorge Ledesma.
Yeah, certainly not a good night for the Minor household, but at least you're in the running now for a free T-shirt, so maybe that'll bring a little smile to your face here for the Christmas season. But once again, I want to remind everybody to tune in the rest of the week, but especially by Sunday night. So this is going to be just race number 2 for us for this week. We still got, if I can get it up here, we still got Echo Park coming up on Wednesday night with the Pit Road Speed Limit Racing. Then on Thursday night is the Core GT Series 2-hour season finale. Definitely look forward to that one. But double race on Sunday, and it's not for any league, it's for all leagues, as the CRN Cup makes its return, and could be some more prizes out there for the CRN fans if you're going to tune in and find out what you need to do. But again, for anyone joining in here late, all 7 of the leagues that CRN covers are invited to get out there and race together, as we're going to have a 30-lap race at Michigan. 30-minute race at Watkins Glen and a 40-lap race at Michigan. The GT3 cars on the road course and the Xfinity cars on the oval, and it'll pit some of the best of all of the leagues out there together and see who's the cream of the crop here on CRN. But it's also going to be some surprise fun out there for the drivers and the teams, as the top 4 for each league will earn points for each of the races as well. But this one coming down to the end. And right now, it's a lot of good battling here throughout the track. Even for first place, Timothy Presley leading. Jeremiah Grau wants a piece of it right now. We're down to 3 laps to go. Only 0.2 of a second separate the top 2. But you see battling all throughout the track, and you see the 44 of Ledesma not giving up just yet. He's battling at the back half of this top 10. Just cannot get that 44 to move forward. Almost contact there between Jake Ravens. They almost go 4 wide on the backstretch. Everyone chasing Timothy Presley, who's looking for his 2nd win of the season.
Yeah, we'll go up here. Show Timothy holding off Jeremiah Grau's Zaxby machine. Maybe late race run to kind of maybe get a chance to get by. How tough let one defend that lead here over the number 48, and then Rob Higgs sitting pretty comfortably in third right now. A little ways back, maybe to 1:48 to get together, and he can sneak away a win here, but leaving back the rest of the pack there. Joe Healy in P number 4, Aaron Ginsky, great job here tonight, up 12 spots, currently sitting in 5th. Joe Thomas up a spot here tonight, still trying to, oh no, it's the 69, not in order there, but James Smith back there in 7th, up 17 spots. Fighting with Jake Raven side by side, and that's Jorge Ledesma there in 9th. I'm sure he'd be happy to get by a few of them drivers to minimize his losses here tonight for the points. And then Andrew Jones are your top 10. Let's see.
White flag is in the air. Quinn McLean went off the track just before the white flag, but no caution as gets back going here. But you see the battle here for the win of the race. The 48 gets a great run off the corner. Presley has to go into full-on defensive mode down the backstretch. It's going to allow Rob Higgs to close in here a little bit. They got a lap car up top. The 70 is going to try and stay out of the way as much as possible. Coming out of the corner, the 48, giving it to Beans out of the corner. Gets a great run. Going to try to dive down to the inside, but it's not going to be enough. The one to Timothy Presley going to hold on by a half a car length and win this thing by 0.02 seconds over Jeremiah Grau. Rob Higgs Jr. coming home in 3rd. Joe Healy, Aaron Ginsky for your top 5. They got Jake Raven, Joe Thomas, horrible finish for Jorge Ledesma Jr. in 8th, and then James Smith and Andrew Jones rounding out your top 10. These drivers went on a nice little run here to finish this thing out, and definitely Wolf Lapdog from Mr. White there in the back. He was the 69 that was up there battling with the leaders, but not for position, unfortunately. But good looking, a bark box paint scheme there. And shout out to all the pooches out there in Sierra Nation as well. If you're watching, woof woof to you guys out there. But this will be the last call, or anyone that wants a chance at a CRN Hold Your Brakes Academy t-shirt here for tonight. Again, all you have to do is hit or type T-me into the chat here, and to be able to type it in the chat.
There's 18 people out there. Let's go get some teamies in there.
All you have to do is type in T-me for a chance to win, and the only way to type in the chat is if you're subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up as well, and like this video for all these drivers out here. It gets them up there in the YouTube algorithm as well, and helps them showcase their league. But it was a good one out here tonight. It is the one of Timothy Presley getting to celebrate his second win. We'll get our top 3 up here in just a moment for their interviews. Jimmy, why don't you give us a rundown of the full results here tonight?
Full rundown of the Monty of drivers out here. It's going to be Timothy. Oh, let me get rid of this ticker here. It's going to be. We don't want to start with 11th place, do we? Let's go ahead and start with the winner here of tonight's race. Timothy Presley being your winner over Jeremiah Grau by only 0.02 of a second. Rob Higgs will come in third, only back 0.4, so right in the ballpark there. Joe Healy in the fourth, Aaron Genske in fifth, Jake Raven, Joe Thomas, Jorge Ledesma, James Smith, and Andrew Jones round out your top 10. Then Anthony Strickland, David Chapman, Quinn McLean, Matt Ulmer, Tom Lanier, Christian Proctor, Ronald Cook, Shane King, of course. 19th is Jeremy Gill, David Shively, and 20th Don King, Robert White, Thomas Osborne, Jackson West, Tristan Miner, Robbie Miner, Bryson Anderson, and Joshua King. It'd be interesting to see what this point spread is on the minors. Carl, they finish around each other so often.
I'm sure they're probably tied on points, or it's certainly right aside of each other in the point standings.
Samantha's roots for both of them, but who does she secretly want the better points finish?
All you have to do is go to CoreRacingLeague.com and you can check out the point standings. But taking a look at it, looks like certainly it is Tristan Miner in 24th. Robbie Miner doing better this season, up there in 7th. Had a couple good finishes there in the 53, and certainly helped out his teammate in Jorge Ledesma Jr. and Miner Motorsports to keep them up there in the battle for the team points as well. But again, a couple things on the horizon, one of them being the CRN Cup coming up on Sunday night. For any drivers out there, make sure you sign up, as looks like we got our 48th entry here tonight, so only 12 spots remain if you want to get into that. It's a free event, and there's going to be some prize money on the line as well. But before we get to our interviews, go ahead and do our random draw here. Looks like we got 6 CRN fans out there that are in the mix for winning a Hold Your Brakes Academy CRN t-shirt. And winner here tonight is going to be Rena Bloom, getting it done here tonight. So Rena, we'll have our people get in touch with your people. We'll get all the details, and we'll get to the Hold Your Brakes Academy only on CRN t-shirt. But let's get to some interviews here, as like Rob Higgs is ready and waiting here. Third place finisher here tonight in the 14. Rob, it took me a little bit to find you. I'm used to, kind of getting blinded by the magenta paint scheme, but here, a sexy looking Christmas paint scheme out there. And it was, look fast, go fast. Got yourself a third place finisher tonight.
Yeah, things worked out at the end for me. A lot of luck there at the end, getting back up to the front. It was a struggle. Some guys in the back were making it kind of hard to get through them. So finishing where I did, doing some different things on pit, taking 2 tires a few times, seemed to benefit me overall.
Yeah, well, it looked like for a while it was going to be a fuel mileage type of race, and some drivers trying to get that thing done on one last pit stop there, but all of a sudden, the yellows started to pop up there in the end and kind of shook everything out. Everybody being on the same strategy, and it kind of opened up and allowed everyone to just hammer down the rest of the way.
Yeah, it definitely changed the whole race. Like I figured my math, I was probably going to be right about one lap short, possibly if I didn't save some extra because I was feeling a little tight on it because I was trying to save a little bit. But yeah, that whole yellow coming out changed the entire dynamic of the way that race finished.
Well, I mean, it finished well for you here. You get yourself a top three and a good way to kind of end the 2025 portion of this season, and maybe kind of jumpstart the 14 there for the second half, or that I guess the final third of the season, because you guys are pretty deep into the schedule. But you come back, you get a couple weeks off here. So first, before I forget, want to wish you a happy holidays. But you come back to the Roval. I mean, what are your thoughts? You may need those 2 weeks just to get some practice in.
Well, the road course racing, I feel like I've really developed a lot of it. Been getting a lot better and getting a lot more time doing it. So I think I'll do all right there. I think I can get in the top half of the field. It really just depends on what kind of carnage and how everybody else is driving goes, because a lot of luck involved in those road racing incidents when you get in tight like that, especially on a track like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those tracks. I mean, you could say the same thing about Watkins Glen, but especially at the Roval, you definitely need to make it through turn number 1 and through that little cattle chute to kind of start the lap off, and then from there you can maybe settle in and set sail. But you got some time to work on that and think about that one, and certainly in the meantime celebrate the holidays, but celebrate this top 3 as well. Before we let you go here tonight, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
I want to thank our sponsor, Pinups, for vets and all. I want to thank Jeremy and the guys over at Mid-Tier for, supporting me and, keep letting me stay on the team while I was working out some technical issues on my end. I'm just glad to be back and be a participant and help the team out some more.
All right, buddy. Well, you certainly did that here tonight, so congrats with a good-looking Christmas paint scheme out there as well. We'll let you go celebrate. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2026 at the Roval.
Later, sir. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. That is Rob Higgs, driver of the number 14, coming home in third place here tonight. Second place by 0.02 of a second is going to be the 48 of Jeremiah Grau.
Jeremy, it's Jimmy and Carl in the booth. You copy?
How's it going?
Hey, well, welcome to the booth, for 1, and 2, congratulations on second place, and 3, you almost had a win for, I'm hearing, your birthday?
It is my birthday. Yeah, I thought about keeping my foot down there, but I didn't want to do that to Timmy.
It was very close. Great run. Great strategy there at the end. As obviously the cautions come and go. You never know when they're going to come out. It looked like a race that possibly was going to go green the whole way, but catch yourself a break there just a little bit and get a nice caution flag towards the end, kind of eliminating that fuel strategy that some of the drivers had, and get you up 13 spots. So great moving through the field for a second place finish. But let's get your side of the story, man. How was it out there?
It was a lot of fun. There was cars everywhere tonight. I mean, the green flag runs were great. I thought we were going to go green the whole way, but I mean, cautions definitely helped me out a lot tonight.
Yeah, it's one thing to come out here. This track is filled with different lines to kind of get around here. And obviously finding the one that works for you, finding the one that works for your car, saving that fuel, saving the tires, obviously, when those long green flag runs happen. But you get it done here tonight, man. You finish in second. So we want to say congratulations from here in the booth and everybody else out there. I see you got some fans out there. So I'll give you some time for any shout-outs, man, before we let you get out of here.
Thank you. I know there's so many people watching. I got my dad, my mom, little brother, girlfriends with them, my Aunt Pam, grandmother. And I also want to thank the sponsors for tonight, SM Racing and Pinups for Vets. They've done great putting this season on. It's been a blast.
Well, it's good that you have a family behind you, supporting you, watching out there. So shout out to Jeremiah's family and happy birthday. Congratulations. I want you to have a happy holidays, and we'll see you when you get back, hopefully at the Roval.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you at the Roval.
Yes, sir.
That is your second place finisher here tonight, the 48 of Jeremiah Grell, the man that just beat him to the line to get himself another win here on the season, the one of Timothy Presley. Tim, you certainly had a fast number one out there again, and it looked like you were good to go. It was going to be just a couple horses in the battle there at the end, but it was anything but for this race. There's a lot of good racing all throughout the race. Maybe some pit strategy playing its way throughout the race as well, but in the end, a few cautions let you guys kind of let the hair down and let the hammer down as well, and it seems to have worked in your favor for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely did, and I gotta say it feels great to be back here with you guys. It's been a long time coming. I hate it for Jeremiah. Had to do it to the birthday boy to kind of dash his hopes at a win, but really got lucky with both of those cautions and really couldn't have done it without him. To be honest, he played great defense for me. We stuck together the entire race, so I really owe a lot of that win to him. Just good strategy, right place, right time.
Well, it was you that had to play defense on the backstretch there on the final lap because he got a heck of a good run out of turn number one, and I'm guessing you were the little mirror driving as we seen you dive all the way down to the bottom because he was certainly looking to get underneath you in turn three.
Oh, I was absolutely mirror driving. I mean, I was kind of going for broke there. He told me he was going to race me if we were still there and had some good different distance on Rob. Coming down the backstretch, really coming out of two, I pushed a little tight, and there wasn't a whole lot I could do to play defense on him except for throw a block like that, and really just got lucky that he let up and didn't wreck me.
He gets to celebrate his birthday. You get to celebrate the win. So either way, it's a win-win for both of you guys. But either way, it had to feel good, like you said, to finally get back here in the win column. Maybe start chipping away at the massive lead for Jorge Ledesma with only about 5 or 6 races left in the season. But the end of 2025, a good way to end it here for you to end the holidays.
It was absolutely needed. This is going to be a huge momentum boost going into the holidays for the break. I'm feeling really good about the Roval coming up, but I think right now I'm just going to savor this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, with Ledesma finishing back half of the top 10, maybe a little chunk that you could have taken out here tonight and maybe make it a battle here once again. But we'll see what happens in 2026 for that. In the meantime, celebrate this win, and we want to wish you a happy holidays as well. But in the meantime, we'll give you some time to give any shout-outs or thanks before we let you go.
Absolutely. Huge thank you to the Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers podcast. I'm so glad to be a part of their team. Really glad to give them a really good show, too. Rayon Brothers Racing, Pinups for Vets, SM Magic, everybody that makes this league possible. Shane, you guys up in the booth, you guys always put on a great show. Just everybody that makes this possible.
All right, buddy. Well, once again, congrats on the win here tonight. We'll let you go celebrate. We'll see you in 2026.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's your winner here tonight, the one of Timothy Presley, getting it done only just as it was officially .023 at the line between him and Jeremiah Grell, and only about a half a second back to Rob Higgs as well with a great run, and really a great run from all of these drivers out here tonight. As we've mentioned so many times, this is kind of geared towards maybe some newer, fresher drivers here in iRacing, and they put on a heck of a performance here tonight with a lot of green flag racing, and got to the point where we were about 2/3 of the way through this race and thinking this was going to be a fuel strategy race coming down to the end before we had a couple cautions there at the end. So definitely congrats to them out there. That's it for the race here tonight. But again, we still got plenty of racing here on tap. We got Wednesday night with Pit Road Speed Limit Racing, Thursday night with the Core GT Series finale, and then the CRN Cup coming up on Sunday. I'm certainly already looking forward to that. But for myself and Jimmy here from the Auto Club Speedway, we'll see you at the track.
Peace.